Welcome everyone to another Beyond All Reason video. I hope you get value out of today's video, and if you do, I would definitely appreciate a tickle of the like button. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for more videos dropping soon. I have a Twitch channel, and my wife has a jewelry store. Links are in the description below. Any support is appreciated. Now let's get into the video. Welcome to another Beyond All Reason tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at what a lot of players call the third resource of Beyond All Reason. Something that a lot of games similar to this do not have, and that is what we would call the build power resource. Okay, so there's several units that have some type of build power to them. We're going to be starting off with the commander. He is your starting unit, and he has a build power you can see here in the bottom left of 300. He is the biggest amount of build power you have in the game, so a very effective unit. Now, what build power essentially does is it is the amount of speed with which you either construct or deconstruct something. Now, each unit that has build power will have a green circle around them, and this is the range at which you can build. So that if I click here, the commander will be able to build this without moving because it is within his green circle there. Whereas if I build it out here, the commander is unable to and has to walk closer because it was outside of his circle. Now, each unit is a little bit different. Most of them have the exact same circle radius. The only exception to this is a Resbot, which has a slightly diminished build circle. Okay, and then another exception to this would be the construction turret, which has a very large build circle. Okay, so it's able to cover a lot more area and add build power to it. So the first unit you will have besides the commander that has build power will be your construction bot, just your basic T1 construction unit, whatever that would be. If you're in if you're doing planes, it will be a plane. If you're doing vehicles, it will be a type of rover, and if you're bots, then you get this cool little mech guy. Anyway, so the T1 constructor has a list of buildable buildings here. So you have your economy, then you have your combat, then you also have utility, which has like radar, a hidden camera that provides a very small amount of range but is harder to like find and destroy, and then walls, radar jammer, that type of thing. This guy unlocks, so as soon as you build him out of your basic bot lab, he unlocks a bunch of new buildings that you will be able to build, whereas the commander has a different set of buildings he can build. So he can build almost everything exactly the same in the economy, but he can't build a geothermal, he can't build a cloakable metal extractor, or an advanced solar panel. So those are only things unlocked by the T1 construction bot. The commander can build a basic laser tower and a basic anti-air, whereas the T1 construction bot can build a whole bunch of other turrets that are capable of much stronger firepower. And so on and so forth. There's a couple different things the commander doesn't have access to, like the radar jammer or the Juno, and then also the commander can't build a build turret, a construction turret. Which, as you saw, those have a larger range of build power. So they're very good in the base at just manufacturing units quickly and producing buildings faster. So one thing to keep in mind with your build power is you want to increase it as soon as you notice that you are wasting in one of your resources. So here we are wasting in metal, so we would want to queue up some like bigger buildings and get all of our units that can building this building until we are no longer wasting resources. So if you find that you're in a position where you're wasting a lot of material, increase the amount of build power, whether that be a T1 construction bot, a construction turret, a T2 construction bot, or a butler. Each unit type, such as vehicle, plane, or bot, will have some kind of assistant um, build power, and that would be the butler, or your commander. You only have one of them unless you res another one. Now, one thing that's different from all of this build power here is the res bot. The res bot has build power of 200, but it is unable to assist in the construction of things, of like building things. It's only able to spend that 200 build power at reclaiming items that fall from the ground, or even you can even reclaim structures as well. It only is able to suck up things or repair things that are already built. So if something gets damaged, you can use your repair bot to repair whatever is damaged. But if something is being constructed, you cannot use a repair bot to construct that thing. You have to use any other build power besides the construction bot. So not the best for trying to it'd be overpowered essentially if he was able to do that, because he's very, very cheap and very fast. So anyway, the commander is the best as far as like speed of build power goes. T1 construction unlocks a lot more advanced buildings that are not available at the beginning, and he also unlocks the T2 bot lab. Okay, and the T2 bot lab is capable of building a T2 constructor. Okay, these are one of the first things you need to get out, because they unlock a lot more buildings, such as a higher amount of economy. So they have advanced metal extractors. The first thing you should ever build in T2, as long as you're not under heavy pressure, is an advanced metal extractor. They produce way more metal and will get your economy like roaring significantly. So they have a whole bunch of stuff that produces massive amounts of economy for you. So get those out as soon as you get your T2 lab down, if you're able to. They also unlock a bunch of more advanced turrets, which we have a video on that, so we're not going to get into that in great length. So the build power of a T2 construction bot is 180. The build power of the construction bot, just the T1, is only 80. The construction turret is 200 and has a larger range, so build these throughout your base. And if you're, like I said, if you're wasting metal, increase the amount of them that you have so that you are not wasting as much metal. These are kind of situational on whether you want them. They have a decent amount of build power though, of 140, and they're pretty cheap compared to the construction T2 construction bot, which has only a build power of 180, whereas you can build a butler for 140. So a little bit cheaper than the T2 construction bot, but it has a much more limited amount of things it can build. It's really just a support vehicle, good at repairing your army and even helping in your base if you need that too. So that's really the basics. Build power is pretty simple, but it's good to have a understanding of it and how it works. So I will see you guys in the next tutorial.